You know the pattern. He pulls close, things feel incredible. The texts, the attention, the way he looks at you like you're the only woman in the room. Then something shifts. He goes quiet, distant. You feel him slipping away. So you do what feels natural. You reach out more. You try harder. You give more of yourself, hoping that if you love him enough, he'll come back. But here is the truth most women never hear. Trying harder is often exactly what pushes him further away. An avoidant man does not always pull away because he's stopped caring. He may pull away because intimacy triggers a deep fear of losing himself in the relationship. To him, closeness can feel threatening because emotional vulnerability has rarely felt safe, not in childhood, not in past relationships, and not now. When you chase his distance, you unknowingly confirm his deepest fear, that love means being consumed. He pulls away, you lean in, and the cycle tightens around you both. But everything changes when you stop abandoning yourself to keep the peace. When your self-respect becomes louder than your fear of losing him, something shifts. Real self-respect does not scream, threaten, punish, manipulate, or play games. It simply decides what it will accept and what it will not. That quiet, grounded decision can be more powerful than any argument, tearful conversation, or desperate text. He may be used to emotional persistence, second chances, and partners who twist themselves around his distance. What he may not expect is a woman whose boundaries are stronger than her attachment to him. You can still care deeply without sacrificing yourself to prove it. You can appreciate who he is while deciding that emotional breadcrumbs are not enough. You can wish him well and still stop waiting for clarity that never comes. That is when his ego is challenged, not because you became cold or cruel, but because your self-respect removed privileges your pain once gave him for free. Your availability was never guaranteed, your patience was never unlimited, and your love was never permission to ignore your emotional needs. That is when the dynamic begins to flip. The goal is not to make him panic or force him to pursue you. The goal is to stop participating in a pattern that requires you to shrink, over-explain, and accept less than you need. Whether he steps forward or stays distant, you regain something more important: control over your own choices, your peace, and your future. Some relationship programs describe this shift through what they call the hero instinct, the idea that a man wants to feel needed, valued, and irreplaceable to the woman he loves. When you stop chasing him, you stop feeding the part of the dynamic that allows him to take you for granted, and you create space for him to recognize what he could lose. One technique taught in the program is called the fascination signal, a subtle phrase designed to create curiosity and emotional attraction. Used at the right moment, it is intended to speak to the deeper instincts that make a man feel drawn towards you, not because you're begging for attention, but because you're communicating from confidence rather than fear. Women who understand these signals don't chase, beg, or wait by the phone hoping today will be different. They learn what drives the emotional dynamic and begin showing up in a way that changes how the relationship feels. I've linked the full program in the description below. It walks through the fascination signal, the private island signal, the secret currency technique, and more. If you're tired of the push-pull cycle and want to understand the ideas behind what may help a man feel more connected and invested, it may be worth exploring. Because this is what it comes down to. The most powerful response to an avoidant man's ego is not punishment or revenge. It's protecting your dignity without losing your kindness. It's deciding that your standards are stronger than his avoidance. Once your self-respect becomes stronger than his avoidance, the old rules disappear. And once that happens, the relationship can never return to what it was before.